In tonight's video, we're back to versus battles. So we're going to start with one of mine, which is nothing exciting, it's just archers and minions. This guy made the mistake of putting his air defenses on one side of the base, so that was all she wrote for this base. But the rest of the raids, we're going to focus on two things: the Crusher and its range, and mass baby dragon attacks. So we'll take a few more seconds here and watch this wrap up to a 3-star. Remember, you guys, I'm about 4 days behind you. All my builders were busy, so I didn't get started in the builder base until well after the update came out. So if you're looking at my little baby attacks, be kind. In this attack on Anthony's base, I want to focus on the Crusher. So this is mass barbarians. We all know what they do under rage in those first couple seconds. But I want to focus on when they come close to the Crusher and when they come even closer to the Crusher. So when they're up by that archer tower, they're just outside the 3-tile radius of the Crusher, and they're just fine. But when they move closer, if they're in that 3-tile radius or even just 1 foot barely touching the edge, they are crushed. Here we're going to see Ethan attacking with barbarians and archers. Once again, focus on the Crusher. The barbarians cannot kill the Crusher. As soon as they get close enough, they're dead. The archers, on the other hand, because they have a range of 3.5 tiles just outside the range of the Crusher, whether they're on the other side of a wall or in the same compartment as the Crusher, stand just far enough away that they can take it out with no problem. And there goes another Crusher to one of the pink-haired ladies. Now let's start looking at baby dragons, and particularly mass baby dragons. Now in the builder base, baby dragons don't rage, they tantrum, but they still have to be separated from any other air troops in order to tantrum. So level 1 baby dragons don't tantrum at all. Level 2 and 3 baby dragons, which is what we're going to be seeing for a while at least in this clan, get a 40% increase in the damage they do. So here you see the way this guy dropped these baby dragons in his attack on Ethan's base. He only ever gets 1 baby dragon. Well, there's a second. 2 baby dragons out of the 8 rage, and the rest of them stay close enough to each other that they never rage. But they do enough damage that they still manage to work their way all the way through the base for a 3-star on poor Ethan. Now here we're going to see an attack by River using mass baby dragons. He drops them all along one side trying to get some separation, but it's still not quite enough, and we're only going to see a couple of the babies rage, so he's only going to get a 2-star out of this. One thing you need to be aware of is that unlike most of the troops in the builder base, baby dragons are not as powerful as they are in the regular village base. So here he's going to get the town hall, and that's going to be pretty much the end of this raid. So here we'll look at Xtreme bringing a mass baby dragon attack. Now he doesn't even try to separate the babies to get the tantrum effect. He keeps them in a tight group, which means they're all going to target one building after another. So they blow through these buildings in just a matter of a couple seconds each. When they hit this archer tower, they're only a third of the way through this base, but that's the last thing that can shoot at them. So the last 2/3 of this raid is literally cleanup. They're just going to slowly work their way around this outer ring, take out those couple of cannons, and he gets a nice 3-star. And I don't believe in this raid that any of these babies ever tantrum. Remember, that's 40% extra damage they do, but because they were in that tight group and they were almost always targeting the same building, and he got through the air defenses quickly, he came in on that side, it was no problem. He's got half his babies left at the end. Watch the bottom left corner of the screen and you can see Xtreme's thought process as he decides how to attack this base. And it's going to be another mass baby dragon attack, and that's how we'll end tonight's video. So his babies split. He's got a big group and a small group. You're not going to see much in the way of babies tantruming in this raid either. But those level 2 babies do so much damage, and he gets in on the air defenses so quickly that he goes through the space without very much trouble at all. I think at the end he's going to have 5 babies left. Now one of them, that one on the right, is just barely hanging on, but alive is alive, and they do just as much damage if they got a sliver of health as they do at full health. So we'll speed it up, and there's the end for Xtreme's second 3-star mass baby dragon.